What? Stefano! Not so ham-fisted. In fact, enough massage.
For Nick, the voices are key. Spending the time with the actors and selecting the voice takes. That's where he crafts the film. He's spent years sitting with those characters on the page and imagining how they might sound. So the first time you hear the voice of that character, you can see Nick's eyes light up. It's like a really magical moment.
I've just had a great idea.
Brilliant. It's an exciting part of it because they add something you hadn't thought of before.
You better not screw it up, Nuth, or else.
What's wonderful is there are no limits. You just try everything and all different facets of what a character could be and hopefully make him laugh occasionally. And when he does, it's the most satisfying thing in the world.
Excellent.
It was fantastic to actually work with Eddie. He straight away gave us a strange sound for the way Doug speaks, which involves this ruh sound.
No, it can't be true.
It really did feed into the whole character.
No one's going to expect Tom Hiddleston to do a voice like this.
How dare you? Oh.
He had a very clear idea that he wanted it to be French. I did ask him how correctly French to make it, and he said, let's go for the funny option every time, you know? And then it was just finding the right level of pomposity.
You're losers, caveman. Always have been. Always will be.
For Gunnar, I wanted someone with a sort of Scandinavian sound.
Glad to be on board.
Maisie, within minutes really, he said, how about this Norwegian-sounding accent?
She shoots! She scores! The crowd goes wild! I found this YouTuber, she's Norwegian, and she just has all these crazy videos on her YouTube channel. I just modeled it off her loosely. You're pretty brave, caveman. And stupid. It's just a really different way of working, and once you've got the hang of it, it's great fun.
You can do it 8 million times, so you can just try one line over and over again.
Hobgoblin, meet Gunnar.
Eddie, for example, will have to say chief 50 different ways, and that could take up half an hour of a 4-hour record and stuff, just saying, chief, chief.
One of my favourite things are just random noises you have to do.
One of the highlights on the film was Nick massaging Tom Hiddleston.
I was trying to do it myself, but it wasn't quite working.
We just thought, would it help to actually to get that wobble in his voice?
Yeah, that's good.
He gave me this very vigorous, hoggy massage. It was a very strange experience for both of us, but we'll always remember it.
What on earth got into you tonight, Stefano? Stefano?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Before every character shot, we try and give some video reference to the animator using our live-action video unit.
It's basically us filming ourselves and us acting out what we're going to animate.
We can then analyse and discuss the performance with the animators on quite a detailed level.
We've had water thrown at us. We've fallen out of things. We've been hit in the face 4 times by Nick Park as well.
Yeah, but only one of those was for the lav.
Yes, that's true. Nick is such a good performer. His timing is brilliant, and in the lav, we see that in its purest form. We try and get that transferred through to the characters in the film.
But it's been great to discover new worlds and new creatures.
Get out of the way!
From dinosaurs to mammoths to giant ducks.
We've got 2 scales. We've got the duck-sized duck, and then in the character's world is a ginormous man-eating mallard. We use this little guy to plot through what the action might be. You can see he really is giant. Wallace and Gromit are that big, Shaun the Sheep's that kind of size. When he's got his body on, he's taller than me. It's a giant man-eating mallard!
You have to, at some point, acknowledge the elephant in the room.
Which we did. The mammoth has a grand presence in the film. It certainly comes in with a smash bang. We're having to deal with a scale that is quite cumbersome in a physical way. Our rigging department and our animators are having to work very closely alongside the art department so that they can make it move, it can look good, it can have a presence that comes with a lumbering, huge, kind of prehistoric beast.
An animator can't just walk him along, it needs to hang in the air and be motorised to move up and down and along. On top of that, it's got to have an authentic look, the leathers, the cloth, the bronze work.
The final touch of the animation brings everything together to this creature that just lives.
Let's play football!
We're probably nuts to do a stop-frame football sequence.
Would have been much easier if it was golf or even ice hockey, because then they could all just slide around. And when you see football, it's always from this high camera, so you can get a geography of the pitch. We've had to sort of break the rules and do a more of a cinematic take on it that's more cutting down on the level of the players, just to keep it more interesting and dramatic.
It's not the Premier League, it's not the Bundesliga, it's the Nick Park League. So it has to have that comic timing.
Oh, my leg! Oh!
Every film we do, we push the animators, we push the art department, we push the camera department. Like fools, they accept the challenge.
It's time for my massage.
In the scene, Knuth is being massaged, so his flesh is all wobbling around. He's talking as well, so there's a lot of dialogue going on. It's just so many different elements.
Oh, that's good.
The surface of the water here is on these little tracks that move up and down, and they move this elastic surface. That gives a nice undulation to the tub. It's taken me 2 months to shoot this one shot, which is about 40 seconds long. This is Nick humour through and through.
My tendons are like ropes. You can go the all hog.
There's a common thread of humour that goes through all Aardman films that I loved as a child and I love now as an adult too.
A lot of these characters have such weird little tics and weird little Aardman eccentricities. You don't want to tread all over that musically, but there's a way of supporting that we had to find.
You need to know what you're up against.
The idea for the score initially was rock, glam rock, tribal and jungly.
Everything we use is not at all electronic, it's very woody, organic. There are a couple of scenes that required a pastiche of a certain style. For instance, there's a giant flying duck. You'll have to ask Nick why there is a giant flying duck, but there is. That's very much a Dan Busters meets Great Escape.
The stars of the show to me, this team, they do such amazing things.
Their commitment and passion has been really quite a privilege.
It's certainly the most ambitious thing we've ever done.